Hey there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim and today I'm going to be talking to you about the #1 legal mistake that I see online entrepreneurs make. Ready? Let's do this. Alright, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jim and I am a trademark lawyer and an online entrepreneur. And on this channel, we explore the practical tips, tools, and strategies that you can use to start, build, grow, and yes, of course, legally protect your online business and your brand so that you can live a life of freedom. Freedom to work where you want, when you want, and how you want. And today I want to talk to you about the #1 legal mistake that I see online entrepreneurs make time and time again. And this is really important because if you're making this mistake and things go bad, it can literally bankrupt you and put you out of business. And so I'm going to be sharing with you what that mistake is, as well as what to do to make sure that you are not making that mistake. And it's a pretty simple fix. So for most of you, when you first got out and started your online business, you didn't give too much thought about the name you might use for your business. Instead, you probably made a list of 5 to 10 names, maybe, and then did a Google search to see if any other websites were using those names or any other businesses were using those names. And then perhaps maybe you did a quick domain search to see if any of those names were available as website domains. Maybe you did a search on social media to see if anybody had taken the names there. And then maybe if you were really smart, you went to the USPTO website and you did a search to see if anybody had taken your name as a trademark. Is any of this sounding familiar just yet? If so, leave a comment below and let me know. And if you're still in business, then I can assume that you took these actions and now you started running your business and things are going great, hopefully for you. But here, my friends, is where most entrepreneurs get this part wrong. And as I mentioned at the beginning, the consequences of #1, half-assing your name search, and #2, failing to secure the legal rights to use your name can be absolutely catastrophic. Now, I want you to imagine being in business for several years and things are going well for you. You're actually starting to make some sales, whether you're selling courses or maybe you're doing some sort of consulting, and people are starting to get to know you in the marketplace, and things are going really well, and you're really excited about the prospects for your entrepreneurial venture. But then one day you see a Facebook ad for another course or another product or service, and it gets you a little uneasy in the stomach because it's the same name that you're using for your business. And around this same time, you start to notice that your sales are starting to dip. Could be because this other course is starting to steal some of the sales that you would be making because your names are very, very similar, if not the same. And here's where you made the first mistake. You chose a name that was overly descriptive of what you're selling. And because it's overly descriptive, you can't claim federal trademark protection over it. Therefore, you really have no recourse at all from this person who has what you believe is stolen your name, because they have just as much a legal right to use it as you do. Or let's consider another scenario. And in this case, things are still going well. Your business is doing great. And one day, instead of seeing another Facebook ad for another course, you actually get a cease and desist letter from a law firm telling you that you need to stop using the name that you've chosen for your business immediately because somebody else has claimed the federal trademark rights to that name. Now, you've been in business for several years and you did a trademark search when you first went into business and you did not see a federal trademark for the name that you'd chosen for your business. So you're kind of concerned here. You think maybe you have some common law rights to that name, and so you're wondering, how can this other business claim that they have the federal trademark? Well, it turns out what happened is after you went into business and you became successful, somebody else noticed that and they decided that they wanted to sell a similar product. They also noticed that you had not claimed the rights to your name by filing a trademark application, and so they went ahead and did that. And once their trademark registered, now they have the federal rights to that name, and so they hired a law firm to send you a cease and desist and basically put you out of business. or at least at a minimum force you to rebrand your business. Now, both of these scenarios, the first scenario where somebody has essentially used the name that you were using because it was overly descriptive and is now siphoning off sales from your business, and the second scenario where somebody has actually taken the name that you were using and registered it as a trademark before you got the opportunity to do that. Both of these situations are going to cost you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees and costs to potentially rebrand your business. And that's the best possible scenario. Worst case, you could actually go out of business or even have to declare bankruptcy because of the situation this has put you in. But as you may have guessed, there is a simple way to avoid these very, very common legal mistakes. And that's number one, to pick a name that is capable of trademark protection. And number two, to go ahead and file for trademark protection as soon as you decide to go into business with that name. So let's take these one at a time. Under the first situation, you need to make sure you pick a name that is capable of trademark protection. And basically the way you do that is you pick a name that is not overly descriptive. So let's say, for example, you wanted to start a coffee company or a coffee shop. You can't just call it the coffee shop because you don't have any rights to the word coffee because that's a generic descriptive term. Anybody who is selling coffee can use that term if they want to. So maybe you decide to name your coffee shop Black Gold Coffee. Now, I don't know if Black Gold is a name that's trademarked or not. If that's something you want to use, feel free. I'm not using it, but do a search first. That name is actually capable of being trademarked because Black Gold is somewhat suggestive of what your coffee might be like. You look at it as black gold. It's valuable to you. You love your coffee. So that is a suggestive name. It's not a descriptive name like the coffee store. I'll give you another example. I recently finished up the trademark application. Actually, hold on a sec. I literally just got this in the mail yesterday. It's a little messy, but it's the certificate for my Lock It Down name that I just trademarked. So Lock It Down is the course that I trademarked because the whole idea of the course is to help you secure the legal rights to your business. So I have a whole course around how to do that, and I trademarked the name Lock It Down. Now that also is a suggestive name because it's kind of suggestive of what the course is going to give you, what the benefit of the course is. It's going to help you lock up your assets and protect them. So that's another example of a suggestive name that you really should be using if you are naming your business. I recommend staying in that suggestive category because that's the lowest bar to naming your business in a way that is capable of trademark protection. Now, once you've picked a name that's actually capable of receiving federal trademark protection, then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you actually file for that trademark protection. And of course, this is all assuming that you've done a comprehensive search, that nobody else is using the name. But if that is the case, then you want to go ahead and file for that protection because the trademark system is what's called a first to file system, which means the first person or business to file for the use of that trademark is the one that's going to get the legal rights to use that trademark. Now, by doing this, a federal trademark is not only going to give you complete and total peace of mind, knowing that your brand name is protected, knowing that you're never going to get a cease and desist letter, knowing that you never have to worry about giving up your business, but it's also going to increase the value of your business from the standpoint that you can use that trademark to license your brand to other individuals or businesses that might want to sell products under your brand name. You can also use it to increase the value of your business if and when you decide to sell your business someday. Now, if you would like to, for a limited time, schedule a free strategy call with me, I'm going to include a link down in the description below, and we can talk about the ins and outs of your potential trademarks and what you're looking to do with your brand and your business and whether or not it makes sense for you to go ahead and register your own business. Just click the link below to get more information on that. And in the meantime, I've done another video right here that talks about how best to name your business to make sure that you do have a name that's capable of trademark protection. So make sure you check that out. Thanks so much for watching, folks. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.